Hi everyone, my name is Bec. Welcome to my channel. I've been an intuitive tarot reader since 2018, and today we'll be doing a pick a card reading for what is coming in 3 months time. This is a timeless reading, so your time starts now when you first clicked this video, yeah? So here we have group 1, group 2, group 3, and group 4. So feel free to pause the video, take all the time you need to really feel which card is calling out to you, which card is you're really attracted to, and I will leave the timestamps down below in the description box. Hi group 1, so if you've picked the Ace of Swords, this is your reading. So I have shuffled 3 cards from the Line Strider Tarot, accompanied with 3 more cards from Rider-Waite Continental Tarot to accompany it. So each card represents a month. So this is the first, second, and third. And I've also shuffled an oracle cards for each month for like a general theme, okay? So for the next month of yours, you're being represented by the 7 of Cups. Okay, I can definitely see that you're actually embarking in something new. And instead of just thinking about it, just planning on something, you've already embarked, you're putting in action. And this could most likely be like a change of lifestyle, or like you're just releasing toxicity from others. This is what I see. And actually loving yourself. We have the Lovers over here, and I don't think it's like cause of other like romantic love, but it could potentially be family love, because with the oracle cards in new moon in Cancer, it says that you and your loved ones are safe. So it could be that you're pursuing something new, putting in the actions, but it is just the beginning, okay? You're putting in the actions, like most likely creating YouTube contents, or starting up your own online business, starting up your own retail store. And yeah, it could also be like starting university or something like this, like a new journey. That's what I'm getting. And some of you could be struggling with body image issues. That's why I said earlier it could be a journey to a lifestyle of accepting yourself, of loving yourself. Yeah, and even though there's the King of Pentacles, I don't think it's an archetype. I don't think that it's representing anyone. I just feel that it is the goal that you're striving. You just want to be, in a way, financially abundant, in a way mature and secured and stable. It could not just mean financial wise, but it could be even like skill wise, hobby wise, lifestyle wise, yeah. So next month definitely can see, because from the start you've been really shattered by this thing. You see, you're so shattered with like this image. There's so many options for you, or there's so many criticisms coming your way, and what I'm saying is that you finally accepted it. You finally just decided, okay, you know what, I'm just gonna move on. So if those of you who resonate with like people perceiving you in the wrong light, I can see you just, I don't really care, I'm just gonna move on. Or perhaps you'll be struggling with a lot of options right now in the current moment, like should you pick option A, should you pick option B. This could be even like career wise, whatever resonates with you. Can see you finally making a decision in next month. And definitely the Lovers here is really prominent in like self-image issues, and perhaps even the people around you, okay? Perhaps that you're embarking in a new passion, in a new career, in a new job, like as an entrepreneur. Entrepreneur. Holy shit, I can't pronounce it. Entrepreneur, okay? Because you want to benefit the lifestyle of a family. Perhaps if you're watching this during the time there's still an ongoing deadly virus out there, there's the ongoing pandemic still, and you're doing this for others because of the new moon in Cancer, and this is something that's really new. I don't think that you may or may not have experience in it. But for many, I can see that you don't have experience in it, yeah. And it's really a new phase because it's new moon. Okay. And on the second month, you're being represented by the Nine of Pentacles, and definitely a lot of struggling. And for you to embark on this passion or this like new journey of yours, I guess you've already kind of expected it. There's a lot of changes. Perhaps if you resonate with the change of lifestyle, change of diet, it's gonna be a struggle. It's gonna be really there's a lot of things that's gonna distract you, but you are just gonna stay on this path, and you know that it is for the better good. Okay, perhaps this could be, you know, releasing an addiction, okay, for the first month, and the second month you'll be struggling. That's what I see, but you're gonna work hard for it because you know that it's for the better good. We have the oracle cards in full moon in Scorpio. It's time to release negativity. Definitely this pile, group 1, you are really mature. You know exactly what you want, and you are striving hard. You are embarking on it, and you know that it's not going to be always a smooth sailing journey, right? And okay, what I'm getting is that you should not be afraid to ask for help. Okay, maybe some of you may feel like, oh, you're just alone in this journey, you must just work hard, you should just focus on yourself. Don't be. If you're struggling, tell your family members, tell your loved ones that you are struggling. Who knows, they could support you in some way or another. It may not be financial wise, but it could be like emotional support, and it will benefit you mentally, you know. And yeah, I feel like on the second month you'll be really, again, releasing negativity. You should release this mindset of like really independent. You know, I feel that the majority of you are really independent and really ambitious as well. If you resonate with the parts that you are pursuing a new career, like as an entrepreneur, or like an online business, or like hosting events or what so not, it's gonna be really difficult. You're gonna be constantly grinding towards it, but you've been expecting it. And to release negativity, release the thoughts that you should be the only one doing this journey, because I can see that on the first month most likely you feel like, oh, you're just alone in this stuff thing. But don't be afraid to voice out for help. You could really benefit in the support, okay, even though it's not really what you want in the first place. And like a lot of changes, it's gonna be really uncomfortable for you on the second month, but you are going to pursue through, okay. And the last month, you are being represented by the Devil. And what I'm saying isn't that you're being entrapped or whatever, but I can see that on the third month you feel like, oh, the second month has been the worst. It has been like really hectic for me. And then the thing that I'm getting is that don't party too much. And apparently we are getting 2 Nine of Pentacles over here. Okay, so okay, as I was saying, like, don't be so eager to celebrate like the end of the previous months, because you have not really achieved what you really want to do. Like, if this is a lifestyle thing, if this is a new career, a new job, a new studies thing, you think that it would just go through it within 3 months? Not really. It's gonna be a long sustaining journey, a long sustaining ambition that you're gonna embark on. So on the oracle cards here, we're seeing the fixed moon. Hold your vision. Definitely, you should really hold your vision. Don't be so eager to celebrate, you know, because of the previous months was really a tough one. Celebrate if you want, but don't be so engrossed in it. Don't think that, oh yeah, now you're someone with like a higher authority, you have someone with like the skill set because you've worked so hard the previous month. Man, it's only a month, man. It's only a month. And most likely you'll feel that, oh, it's the end of, we have 2 tens here, so you'll feel like, oh, it's the end of a journey, it's the end of a phase. But really, the oracle card over here is telling you to hold a vision, and with the Devil, we're seeing that as a confirmation that you don't be too distracted by by the past. You know, just hold your vision, aspire to always be the better version of yourself, constantly grow, this type of thing. The last oracle card that I drew for you over here is what you can do. It's like an advice on what you can do to carry on this energy that I'm seeing, okay? So we have it's dark and you can't see a fucking thing. Get your head out of your ass pronto. Wow. So definitely, I'm not saying that you're a dreamer type or anything, but I'm not saying that you are not a visionary. Perhaps you're a visionary, that's why you're an entrepreneur and stuff like this. Perhaps you're saying that, okay, I should really make some changes to my lifestyle. I've been using my phone too much. I've been just being a lazy couch potato for too long. I need to like work out and stuff like this. For the second month, you're gonna do it. But for the third month, it's like, oh, I've already sustained for so long, and now I have the body that I most likely want since the start. I'm just gonna give up. Don't be. Once you give up, you're just gonna go back to the initial stage. It's not the end yet. That's what I'm saying. And don't get too involved in your head. Yeah. Like, get your head out of your ass. Even though I don't see that you are a daydreamer type. But just because you've got a piece of just because you've got a bite of the cake, right, doesn't mean that you've got the whole cake itself. You have to, this is what I'm saying, like the message I'm getting is that you should really cherish and really enjoy the experience that you're embarking on, like on pursuing this career or like this whatever journey or ambition or goal that you're working towards. Because if you're just in it for the end, for what's to come at the end, right? For example, you're an aspiring musician and you just want to sing on stage, and if you're just constantly struggling throughout the process because you want to have a taste of the fruit, have a taste of like being screamed at, not really screamed at, being cheered on stage, this sort of thing, then all the way throughout the journey of you struggling, of like practicing your piano or your guitar, it's just gonna go to waste because you feel that you're not happy. You should really like reflect on what you really want. That's what I'm saying. Like, are you in it for the fruit or are you in it for the journey? If you're just in it for the fruit, you're gonna suffer, you're gonna be struggling, you're gonna feel like there'll be like a sense of self-pitying ongoing, like, oh, like I'm just in it because like this whole journey is damn shit, but I can't wait for what's to come. What is to come is not yet in 3 months time, okay? That's for sure. This is a long ass journey. You have to really sit down and reconciliate, like to really reevaluate whether this is the decision that you want. Yeah, this is what I'm getting. So I hope that it resonates. If it did, please leave down a comment below, and don't forget to like and subscribe. It will mean so much to me because I'm still a new YouTube tarot content creator here. Yeah, so thank you once again, group 1. Hi group 2, if you've picked the Ace of Wands, this reading is for you. So first, I've picked 3 cards from the Line Strider Tarot to kind of give me a gauge of how you will be like for the next 3 months. So this will be the first, second, and third months, accompanied with 3 other cards by the Rider-Waite Continental Tarot to kind of gauge like how it's gonna be like. And I've also shuffled 3 oracle cards for the general theme, as well as an advice card for you, which is another oracle card that I've shuffled. So let's begin with the first month that you are going to be like. How is it going to be like for you? Okay, so immediately there are 2 types of people in this reading for this group. Okay, the first is the people pleaser and the second is the procrastinator. Okay, with the 4 of Wands, immediately what is shouting to me was, when I first saw this card, was stop partying, stop relaxing. I know it's so different from the original meaning of the 4 of Wands, but really you got to stop for some reason. And then I shuffled 3 more cards, and immediately I can see that some of you or the most of you, to be honest, really needs to learn how to gauge, like, how to have a balance, how to have better time management if you resonate with the procrastination parts. Okay. And yeah, so the second is the people pleaser. You really tend to please people often. You really tend to you want people to, like, in a way, like you or admire you. You really are those type of people who really care genuinely, like, deeply about how people perceive you to be like. This could be like most of you, to be honest. And the next month, I can see it's gonna be an end to this phase. You're gonna realize it with the high priestess over here. You're gonna realize it and come into conclusion that, you know what, I don't really care about how people perceive me to be like, because if I were to determine my own happiness, my own abilities upon others, it's not gonna go anywhere. That's what I'm saying. And for those who procrastinate, you're gonna soon realize that I have to put a stop to all this. Okay, I have a habit to procrastinate, and it's not benefiting me. I should be aspiring towards my dreams, towards my goals, towards my initial plan, and I'm not doing so. And the oracle card is saying that in the full moon in Leo, don't let pride get in your way. So I can feel that there's many here who really care genuinely about how people perceive you to be like. And okay, I'm getting that some of you are saying, who doesn't really care about how people perceive you to be like? Everyone does. It is not true. Okay? For those who may be thinking about this, I'm just gonna say this, okay? Like, if you were to keep clinging on to how people perceive you to be like, it is going to only sabotage you. It's only going to, like, delay your plans that you have in the future, or like drag you back. Because if you were to like venture into your journey of pursuing a certain goal of yours, a particular goal of yours, and you're just gonna stop at every moment just throwing stones at haters, it's just gonna slow down your progression, or even distract you, or even like make you turn back. But definitely with this current energy, what I'm saying is that there's people who are still enjoying the moment, but you're being too enjoyable, you're slacking too much. And people who are feeding off with their pride that, yes, a lot of people like me, and I really like this feeling of like people admiring me, of people not hating on me, those type of things. If you're on social media a lot, I would advise you to just not do so. Okay, it's not gonna benefit you mentally. But of course, I'm just a messenger. Don't attack me, okay? I'm just saying what I'm seeing or what I'm getting. Yeah. And definitely in the next month, you're gonna realize that this particular thing, be it procrastination or like really care about how people perceive you to be like, is not benefiting you, and you're gonna feel that, okay, I should really put a stop to this. And on the second month, like next 2 months after you watch this video, that is when, if you're still continuing this journey or this energy, you're gonna come to the realization that, okay, it is not benefiting me, I should be doing something right now. So with the 8 of Pentacles we have here, and that is you. Sorry, I was distracted. The eights in tarot usually represents like traveling, progression, and 8 of Pentacles is showing that you're really working towards it, like to change yourself, to really put in actions and not procrastinate any longer, for those who resonate with it. And initially it's gonna be fine, you know, you're gonna be like, yes, I'm feeling it, you know, like, yes, this is what I'm gonna be like, I'm no longer gonna use social media as much, I'm no longer gonna care about how people perceive me to be like, and stuff like that. But somehow we have the Tower, and the Tower means like a self-realization that, oh my god, this is so difficult, like I can't go on with like absolutely 0 hours on social media, I can't go on without this or that. You will have a lot of excuses. I'm not saying that it's not justifiable, it could be, because somehow I'm sensing that some of you could have like ADHD. That's why there's some like procrastination to it, and you're really gonna like beat yourself towards it. You know, you're gonna, in a way, like, if you resonate with the procrastination part, in a way you're really gonna like beat yourself to it, like, oh my god, why am I always procrastinating despite me setting a goal, a specific schedule, like having, like, working towards time management and stuff like this, but I'm still fucking procrastinating. That's what I'm getting. So initially, the first week or so, you're gonna be really hyper. Yes, no social media. I don't really fucking care about what you think about me. That's what I'm getting. I don't want this. I don't want that. I'm just gonna work towards my goals. I'm gonna study harder. I'm gonna strive towards my plans harder. And then suddenly you come into realization that, oh my god, this is so difficult. And then you will just crash. That's what I'm getting. But it is a good thing, because it is when you realize that it's really difficult. You will realize, you will notice, okay, how should I combat this feeling and stuff like this. You will really have like a self-realization moment. And just so you know, self-awareness or self-realization is not enough, okay? You should have self-acceptance as well. So don't be so belittle. Don't like keep criticizing on you. Oh my god, I'm so useless. People think that I'm ugly. Don't feel this way. You're gonna stand up, okay? You're gonna stand up against whatever critics that you're gonna be thrown with, against whatever distractions that you have. Throw it out. The previous schedule you're working towards on is not benefiting you. Start anew. It's perfectly fine. And the oracle cards we have here is in the waxing crescent moon. Have faith in your dreams. You're gonna be progressing really fast, okay? Because with the full moon, then we have the waxing crescent moon. You're really gonna work towards it based on this current energy. Just don't belittle too much about yourself. Just don't indulge in like comments and criticisms about what others think, okay? That's what I'm getting. And always stand firm to your ground with this card. Stand firm to your ground and have faith in your dreams, because eventually, when you pass on through this phase, the third month is gonna be much more enjoyable for you. And it's really, really interesting. Okay? It's really interesting because we have 2 4 of Wands over here. So what I'm sensing is that for those who really like to enjoy, really like to procrastinate, for the third month, now we're going, is that you can always enjoy later. And this is the third month for those who resonated with the procrastination parts. But for the third month, it's gonna be like and you're gonna be in a way like an automobile period. Like you're gonna be so used to it, like the new schedule, the new lifestyle that you'll be having. Then it's just like you'll be on autopilot automobile moment, but it's not like a bad thing, like you're used to it. That's what I'm saying from the Chariot. And they're being represented by the 7 of Wands, and then we have 7 of Wands over here as well. Means that you really have to stand firm to your ground. You're gonna learn how to stand firmly to your ground, to your own beliefs, to your own schedule that you've set yourself, set a time to. You want to set alarm at specific date. You want to follow the Pomodoro method and stuff like this. You're gonna follow through the next month, which is the third month, and it's gonna be really easy for you with the Chariot over here. It's like just following the flow, and then you'll be really content with yourself. You're gonna give yourself like a mini celebration, like anything, like you're just gonna celebrate like for a while, and then you know that, okay, I should still continue this journey. And this energy is really lovely. I really love this. And with that, the oracle card for the third month, we have be bold and make the first move. So people are not encouraging you to do this or so to achieve whatever you have in mind. It's perfectly fine. Be bold and make the first move, because I can see that for the third month or whatever journey that you're gonna embark on, most of the time you're gonna be alone. I'm not saying that you won't have any support, you won't have any family support or whatnot, or like friend support or anything, but honestly, you're the main character of your own life. You're gonna be alone. You can't always expect others to give you, to serve you food and serve you this and that on a silver platter. And with the advice cards, what you can do now to continue with this energy, okay, is to stop fucking whining. Okay, no one wants to listen to that shit. Complaining makes you weak. You have the strength to change the world, so do it. So definitely a lot of you for next month, okay, for the first month, you are really gonna be struggling. and then you realize that you're not that good of a person, or that you shouldn't really be relying or depending on what others' perspective and opinions of you is. And obviously that comes with most likely whining and complaining and stuff like that, but it's perfectly fine. But you should not do it like excessively, because as I said, acceptance is perfectly fine, but you should always make a move. You should always make an action, and it's only when you make an action you're gonna change things. You're gonna change the face and stuff like this. If you're just gonna realize it and you're just gonna realize it, you're not gonna accept it, and you have to accept it in order to make an action, and you're not gonna accept it in order to make an action. You're just gonna forever stay in this current energy of like self-victimizing, like complexity. Like there's this like strong inferiority complex ongoing over here. So it could be you right now as you're watching. Yeah, and if you're really like the major procrastinator, stop fucking whining, just do it. Literally, okay? Just fucking do it. Okay? Like literally actions. You really need actions. But with this current energy, because the first card, this current energy that you're possessing ends to the next month, right? It's like a lifestyle or like a thought or a mentality that's not benefiting you. And it's quite crucial, because if you were to continue with this mentality, it's not gonna benefit you. In fact, it's gonna sabotage you, and it's gonna make things longer for you. You're just gonna be like self-indulging in yourself, thinking that the whole world is against you and stuff like this. So really, don't let your pride get in your way. If people find faults at you, accept it. Really, this is the message that I'm getting. Yeah, humble yourself. That's what I'm sensing. So this is all I have for you, group 2. If it resonates, do leave down the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe. It will mean so much to me, because I am a new YouTube content creator for tarot. Yeah, so thank you once again. Goodbye. Hi group 3. For those who picked this card, the Ace of Cups, this reading is for you. Okay, so what I've done is that I've shuffled 3 line strider cards for a general idea of how you will be like in the specific month. So over here we have month 1, the second month, and the third month. Okay, and then I've also shuffled 3 cards to accompany each card from the line strider deck. Okay, sorry, let me slow down. I've also shuffled 3 cards from the Rider-Waite deck that will represent like your journey through the months, and also accompanied with the oracle cards for general theme, and an advice card for you to really, for you right now, to process to this or like manifest this energy. Okay, so first, for the first month, we'll just start with first month. Alright, you have the Hierophant. So immediately when I saw this, when I first shuffled this reading, I can definitely tell that there's a lot of you that are ongoing. They have like ongoing episodes of like destruction, or even like really depressing episodes right now. If you're watching this right now and I'm releasing this video, it could be the pandemic or whatnot, but there's a lot of like teenage vibes that I'm getting. So it could be that you're still a teenager, but next month, or perhaps even now, you're still in this Hierophant mode. Okay, it's really interesting that I'm getting 2 Hierophants, but what I'm getting is that, okay, it's more like the Hermit energy. Some of you can be really religious, that's what I'm sensing, but a lot of you are really sad and upset and depressed during this episode, and this could be carried on to the next month. But even though the next month may start off as stagnant and all that, it's gonna change, because with the oracle card, with the general theme, right, we have the new moon in eclipse, the expect powerful change. So it's as if like with the new moon in eclipse, it's as if like you're being masked all along, like being having a clouded judgment all along. And I don't know what is it exactly, but it's just, I won't use depressed, this word, very lightly, because it's a mental illness, but I'm sensing that some of you could be like diagnosed with depression. That's what I'm sensing. And I know it's really deep, but That's the vibe, like really sad. Something must have happened to you to feel this way. Or it's just depression, yeah. It's like the depression that you have if it resonates with you. And that's why the early stages of the month is gonna be as destructive, as chaotic as before. Okay. And okay, again with the oracle cards, expect powerful change. Somehow, like you will just snap out of it. Like even though it's stagnant, but I feel that next month, right, for the first month, something is more impactful is gonna happen that will make you realize that, okay, you know what, I gotta step out, I gotta snap out of it, I got to have a different mindset, I have to perceive things differently already, I have to not take my life so lightly. That's what I'm getting. And that's why we have the Three of Wands over here. And it's really interesting because the first 2 months we're getting major arcanas. Okay, and like major arcanas for you, that the card that represents you. So I feel that the next 2 months are gonna be really important to you. That's what I'm seeing. And with the Three of Wands over here, you are really gonna be embarking on something new. It's gonna be different. You really want to change with the Ace of Cups over here. And see, you pick the Ace of Cups, right? And here's the Ace of Cups. You're gonna be pursuing something like a new passion, or even perhaps like a new love or something like that. Perhaps all along throughout, like in your present self, and for next month you feel that, okay, I don't really have friends, nobody really likes me, those types of things. And it's not like you really fucking care about how people feel about you, but it's more like it's the truth, it's reality that you have no friends, like no one can connect with you. That's what I'm sensing. And you have the capabilities to change, okay, next month. You have the capability to like get rid of this like clouded judgment and all that. You will no longer be blindfolded. That's what I'm saying. And with an eclipse, solar eclipse, lunar eclipse, whatever, it's only temporarily, okay? It can seem so long for the most of you, like you've been feeling this way for so long that you don't know when is it gonna end. But I can tell you that with this, based on this current energy, what I'm saying is that next month something drastic would happen, okay, that will make you change, that you will realize that I gotta step out of this, I got to like get out of my bed, I got to pursue whatever I set my goals on, like since the start and stuff like this. And now continue to the second month, can see that you will really embark on it, like it's no longer just an idea. Somehow I feel that the first month is like just an idea that you're worthy of love, okay, that there's still things that you're passionate about, be it hobbies or whatever, like a family. That's what I'm seeing. Yeah, and there's still things out there for you. There's still people who loves you, or you can love them back, you can learn to love them back. That's what I'm saying. And the next month you realize that you have all this and you're really embarking on it, and you will initially be possessing this persona of the King of Swords, which is like, you know what, I'm gonna like fuck it, I'm just gonna cut off all this like attachment with whatever mentality that I had in the past. Okay, it's gonna be a long ride. You're gonna work really hard to attain this like whatever that you have set your mind to, or like to just continue having this mindset. Even though there's no cups here, but I can see that you'll be really like emotional still, because you're being represented by the Ace, like you chose the Ace of Cups and stuff like this. Like this whole energy is like really emotional. Something must have happened. That's what I'm saying. And you're really gonna work towards changing like this like mentality in life. And the general theme over here is that with the full moon in Sagittarius, look at the bigger picture. And do you realize that it's only the first month that has the new moon, and the next 2 months you're having the full moon? But we'll get to the next month later, okay? It's like you've really closed the chapter of, you will close the chapter of whatever you're doing right now, and for the next month, for the early of next month. That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm saying that for the first month you realize, okay, you actually have the key to the door to escape this mental loop of hell. Somehow those words came out. And yeah, that's what I'm saying. And it's gonna be a long ride. It's not gonna be a smooth journey for the second month. You got to look at the bigger picture. You got to be like this Sagittarius logo here. Just aim higher. You may think that, okay, I actually don't really deserve this. I'm just gonna set my bar low. No, set your standards higher. That's what I'm saying. Okay, now going on, moving forward to the third month. Remember when I said that some of you may feel that, okay, I have no friends. Third month, I'm saying that there will be like a reunion or like making of new friends with the Three of Pentacles over here. Like supports. Why am I saying like help work? Does that even mean anything? But like not necessarily hard work, but like working as a community, those type of thing. Like really co-join with like your community. And remember when I said that some of you may be spiritual, yes. Like you will really talk to people, you really connect with people, you interact with people. That's what I'm saying. Let's take back the connect, like interact with people. And the general theme for the third month, we're getting the full moon in Aquarius, show the world the real you. So the second and the third month, right, it's really like a close of a chapter. Like, oh, second month's gone, boom, third month here. Like you're no longer gonna look back, because whatever is gonna happen to you on the second month is gonna benefit you on the third month, and you're no longer gonna look back. Either you're gonna look back on the second month, when you're in the second month, you're not gonna look back on the first month. You get what I mean? And through the hard work, the hard work of like just maintaining this mental stability, you're really gonna appreciate. You're gonna be the Queen of Pentacles, and even though things may still seem like a little stagnant, like you'll feel that, okay, I'm no longer trapped, I'm no longer tied up like in this mental loop, hell of hole again. Like, because for so long, okay, I don't know whether it's really long or not, but I'm sensing that it's been a while. You've been feeling like really trapped in your headspace. You feel like, okay, I'm finally free. You get what I mean? So really show the world the real you. You're gonna interact with different people. I'm not saying like your old friends or anything, but more like your like new people you're gonna meet, you know? It could be through church or like temples or the mosque if you're religious, yeah? So I got an oracle card for you to, as an advice for you to maintain this energy. So we have stop talking, shut your mouth and listen. So pretty sure that this is the advice for you right now, the present self you, to do in order to maintain this energy, okay? And it's to stop talking and shut your mouth and listen, because I can feel that, you know, sometimes when you say something, it's gonna be manifest in reality. So when you say that, okay, I don't deserve this and that, I'm gonna set my bar lower because I'm ugly, because I'm not capable, it's gonna be manifesting, even though it's not the intention, but you said it, you know, and the universe is just gonna give it to you. Like you said it multiple times, give it to you, and you're not gonna be happy. So stop talking, just listen, okay? Just listen. I'm not saying like a lot of you are like those whining or complaining types, but when people ask about your situation right now, you will just be really optimistic, okay, based on this energy that I'm seeing, like your present self. You'll be really, okay, not optimistic, sorry, pessimistic. You'll view reality in such a bad way. But what I'm gonna tell you is that reality is gonna change. It's just based on how you perceive things to be like. I don't know whether you will understand what I'm trying to say, but just stop talking, shut up and listen. It's only when you listen to whatever people has to say and you really like bury it, not really bury it, like keep it inside you and try to understand what they're trying to say. That's when you will learn. That's when you will truly think. That's when you will truly understand what other people, or like the opposing opinions and all that. That's when you will really understand and appreciate and accept various advices given from others. So yes, that's all I have for you, group 3. I really hope that this resonates. If it does, please leave down the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe, because it will mean so much to me, as I'm a new tarot content creator here on YouTube. So thank you so much once again. Goodbye, group 3. Hi, group 4. So if you picked this card, the Ace of Pentacles, this reading is for you. So what I've done is that I've shuffled 3 cards from the Line Strider Tarot deck to kind of gauge how you are for the months. So this is the first one, this is the second, and this is the third. And I've also shuffled 3 more cards from the Rider-Waite Continental deck accompanying the Line Strider Tarot deck to kind of gauge like how the journey for each month is gonna be like, together with 3 separate oracle cards to determine the overall theme for the month, and also another oracle card to give you your present self and advice to carry on this energy. So shall we begin with the first month? Okay, so definitely we should begin with the first one, isn't it? So for the first one, you're being represented by the star. And initially when I first saw it, it gives me really interesting, like a mixture of feelings. So I'm sensing that the majority of you have been moving on from like a past headache, not headache, like heartache. Like could be a past separation romantically, or like a separation of something, and you were in the midst of healing. And for next month, for the first month, I can see divine timing at play, and you will definitely feel like you finally healed, you know, like everything has come to an end. And also the other feeling that I got is that some of you could potentially be the star, like your real charmer in a way. I don't know why. That's the message that I got. Some of you are really attractive, or like really unique, have amazing personalities. That's what I'm saying, like really, really different. But you've been betrayed, you've been like taken advantage of from your kindness, and for a while I can see like some of you could have like closed yourself, closed your heart chakra, or perhaps like the majority of you have been like just in this journey of healing. That's what I see. And for the next month, you'll feel like, oh, I feel so much better right now. You'll be, how do I say, like really giving back to the community, giving back to society. I can see that you're someone who's really like helpful and caring and nurturing to others as well. And all along, like perhaps you would like take holidays or like time off to do like community service and stuff like this. And for a period of time you've been stopping or like putting this on to halt. Could be because like someone has betrayed you and you're kind of scared that something similar might happen again. But I can see that you will finally open up, you will learn from the previous experience, you will just move on. And with the oracle cards for the general theme for first month, we got the full moon in Scorpio. It's time to release negativity. And definitely I can see that for the first month you feel that you will definitely release this form of like toxic mentality, not really toxic, but that's been dwelling you, that's been holding you back. And perhaps this could be like reconnecting with your previous friends, or even like with your family members. I can see some of you are struggling with like social interactions, or with your relationship with your family members. And this next month I can see that you will definitely have like a good talk. Like finally you will have like this sense of balance in like your physical and your spiritual realm. That's what I'm seeing. And definitely it will be like you've accomplished something after so long, after possessing or like thinking of like holding all these negative thoughts, or like thinking that people would hurt you, nobody like believes you, those type of thing, or like you've been really self-isolating yourself after what happened to you, and finally you start to learn how to open up, and it's like divine timing at play, as I've mentioned. So let's move on to the second month. The second month you're being represented by the Six of Wands, sorry. And yeah, definitely I can see that 2 months later from now, as you're watching this, you really like feel that you've healed from previous experience, previous heartache, anything, and definitely you will start to reconnect with your family, with your friends. Even like there's a lot of celebration going on, could be from the late of next month and the early of the second month, okay? And you'll start to like really cherish the present moment. You start to enjoy yourself, you start to like love yourself. That's what I'm saying. You will start to love your family members, love your peers, love your friends, love all the support that they're giving you, love all the attention that they're giving you, and in a way it's like benefiting you mentally. That's what I'm saying. And definitely you feel like if you have such abundance, you have such stability. And this, I feel that for the second month it's like karma is like finally for you, you know, you've been through so much. That's what I'm saying. You've been like in this stagnant process of like healing and not healing, dwelling and not dwelling, and finally you're having fun. The whole theme for the second month is literally fun. And with the oracle cards we have the balsamic moon, a time for healing. And definitely like all along you've been thinking that you've been healing from like the past experience, from whatever that has been troubling you and stuff like this, but the healing you did back then, before, like even in your present self and before these 3 months, the next 3 months, is just inner work. And right now you're healing your connection with your community, with your friends, with like your church group or whatever, if some of you are spiritual or not. It's just your social group. That's what I'm saying. You're finally being open, you're finally willing to open up and give like thoughts and give your time to others. That's what I'm saying. And it's something that you really need and you don't even know right now perhaps, but yeah, just open up and stuff. So for the next month, on the third and the last month, like the third month, 3 months from now, you are the Nine of Pentacles. And I know the journey is pretty scary, but let me tell you, it's not that scary. It's just saying that, you know, all parties have to come to an end. 2 months from now you'll feel at peace, you feel like everything is, you're full of abundance mentally, spiritually, everything, like even in a tangible like way, like you're financially abundant perhaps, like there's not much worries and stuff like this for the second month. It's because the universe is giving you time to heal, because you kind of deserve it, because of what you have experienced in the past. I'm not sure what you experienced in the past, alright, but it's definitely something really traumatizing and something that requires you this time to really learn about yourself, about what you need, about like giving back time like that you've missed to your family members, to yourself even, and to your friends. That's what I'm saying. That's why it's a time for healing. This healing is a social group and not inner work anymore. And you've done the inner work this, like in your present self and perhaps in the early of next month. But okay, let's just continue with the third month. Like you'll be full of, you know like what you want, you know what you deserve, and that's why you're being represented by the Nine of Pentacles. It could be that you're kind of financially stable, financially abundant and whatnot, but you'll be at, I won't say living a life full of luxury, but you won't worry so much about like your finances or like your career. Everything is settled, like how you feel, what you want, like all this is all settled. But every party has to come to an end, and from the third month onwards is when you start to pursue what you really think you are interested in. What's the initial plan, what's the initial ambition that you had before something, before, right, like before the present self, like in your past, that has hurt you, that has made you go through this stagnant like route, or like this stagnant phase. That's what I'm saying. It could be like people making use of you because you're kind of like really attractive. That's what I'm saying from the start again. But you're really attractive. That's why I see. Maybe it's not like appearance wise. Maybe you don't think like like your looks is attractive, but I'm sensing that it's your vibe, it's your aura, it's aura that you give. You're very sophisticated, you're very like, there's this like really feminine energy coming in. If you're a man, it's perfectly fine to be feminine. Okay, don't feel attacked. But for the third one, I can see that you will start to isolate yourself again, but not like isolate as in like in the past, like what you did in the past, but it's more of like withdraw yourself because you know that you can't always have fun, and then move on and pursue your dreams, pursue your goals that you initially have set your mind on. And the last oracle card for the third month is in the full moon eclipse. Conclusions are within reach. And it's such a drastic change. That's why I was, oh, there's an end over here. But let's just ignore that. There's such a drastic change because for the first month, like, you're kind of like going through this phase, and the second one is when everything starts to blossom and stuff. Then suddenly you start to realize that, oh, you know what, partying and constantly celebrating and stuff like this, like, it's not making you grow. That's what I'm saying from the King of Pentacles, because on the second month you'll feel that, okay, I'm financially stable, I'm stable in this, I'm stable in that, but I feel like deep down in you, it's ingrained in you to constantly grow yourself and constantly to improve on yourself. That's what I'm saying. That's why you're moving on from like this partying phase, this socializing phase, and just moving on and achieving what you want. And perhaps on the third month, some people that you have socialized with in the past month, in the previous months, might ask you like, why are you being so distant? And you have to stand firmly to your ground. That's what I'm saying. You have to explain to others that, you know what, like partying and celebrating like these mini victories, mini accomplishments is not everything. Like, there's so much more out there. That's what I see that you want to pursue. And conclusions are within reach. It's a full moon in eclipse, okay? So perhaps by then you just feel like really out of place, like you don't know what you want because it's in the eclipse. But let me tell you, it's perfectly fine, okay? Eclipse comes and goes, it's only temporarily. So if you feel like you have a clouded judgment, like you don't know what you want to feel exactly, just rest, take your time to rest, and eventually you will know, because you're a strong individual. That's what I'm sensing. You're really mature. That's the vibe that I'm getting. And you don't really need to like tell or like explain to others about what you believe in, about like your ambitions, your plans, your goals, your drive to accomplish all of that. You don't really have to explain. You just want to tell them what you want to do later on, that the constant partying, the constant like celebration is not, it's not going to benefit you in the long run, because you've already learned how to accept yourself, you've really learned how to love yourself. And that's the whole theme for the second month. And the third month is just to move on and continue with what you have set your mind onto. That's what I'm sensing. And with the last oracle cards, this card is going to tell you, like, to give you an advice for your present self, so that you know what to do to carry on this energy. So it is to drop the fucking ego. Vulnerability is hot as fuck. So definitely, like, you've been in the star, you've been like in the after phase of a destruction, in an after phase of something that's terrible happened to you. Like, you have the ego. Like, even throughout the second and the first and the second month, there is an ego. And I'm guessing that, I'm not guessing it, like I'm getting that in the third month you realize that you have to learn how to be more vulnerable, you know, learn how to say no. That's what I'm getting. So most likely you have to stand firmly to your ground, because like, okay, because sorry, I was getting messages, so like messages like from spirits and stuff. But what I'm sensing is that people will start to like drag you back, delay your plans or whatever, and absolutely, come on, just celebrate for us, group 4. But you know what exactly you want, and you have to stand firmly to your ground by saying no. Because some of you are, I won't say people pleasing or anything, but you don't know how to say no. Okay, you're afraid. Okay, maybe people pleasing, but still. And the message that I got earlier, that's why I was like stopping. It was because, do you realize that on the second month you got the King of Pentacles, and at the third month you got the Nine of Pentacles? It's as if like this time for healing has cost you something. Could be like finances and stuff like that. And I'm not saying that the friends that you are gonna celebrate this like accomplishment or whatever, this like mini celebration, mini partying and stuff like this are bad for you, but I can see that you'll be giving yourself a lot. I'm getting Cancer vibes here. I'm not usually those who I'm not gonna like really nitpick the astrology of you guys or whatever, but definitely Cancer vibes, or like Pisces, or even Scorpio, Aquarius, those givers. That's what I'm seeing. Virgo as well, like these vibes that I'm getting, like you're very giving. You always give more than you take. And perhaps it's something that you really like, that you've been betrayed on, and it's not like a whole cycle ongoing. Maybe like on the second month it's not as bad, but you will realize your worth, and that's why you're moving on. You're like, oh, you know what, fuck it, you guys are not gonna like benefit me in any positive way, like I'm done with you guys. But it's not like that hardcore, like fire sign hardcore, or like the swords hardcore. Not like that, not like the air sign stuff, but it's more of like, okay, I know this is time to move on, stuff like that. And there are better things out there for you after the third month, and you know it. Okay, don't doubt yourself because other people say otherwise. That's all I have for you. That's all I have for you, group 4. Yeah, so I really hope that it resonates with you. So if it did resonate, do leave down the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe because it will mean so much to me. I'm a new YouTube content creator on tarot over here. Yeah, so thank you once again. Goodbye, group 4.